Happy greetings to everybody. Welcome to the Heartfulness community channel. We are happy that all of us could get together via this platform of Heartfulness community and learn the nuances of the heartfulness techniques, because these techniques that we learn from the heartfulness method are very unique methods, very profound methods, and very effective methods. When we are following a path, our heart has to tell us, guide us, that there is change in us, there is transformation in us. Otherwise, what is the point? If I am exercising, I should feel fit. And every day I am walking, I am exercising, and I am still not fit. So there is something not right. So it is very important that we try the techniques and see the effectiveness of the heartfulness techniques, and then faith develops inside ourselves. Faith about the path that we are walking, the faith in the method that we are practicing, and faith in the guide that we are following. All this happens only when we experiment, when we try it. And that is why Heartfulness Community Channel is very happy to share all these techniques to every sincere seeker so they can try it themselves. That's the beauty of the Heartfulness guides, is they don't want us to be followers. They want us to become masters. They want to empower us with techniques. So today we will talk about fear and how to get rid of it, which is the technique known as fear detox technique. And fear is defined as an unpleasant emotion, and it is caused by the belief that something is going to happen which is going to cause pain or threat to us. That is what fear is. So when the fear is there is a memory of the past that is triggering the fear, the habit of the mind to think about the future, that maybe I won't have this in the future. So all this, according to sage Patanjali, are called as kleshas, difficulties. It is the vrittis, the tendencies, which are our mental processes and the fluctuations that disturb our pure consciousness. These fluctuations, mental fluctuations, disturb our pure consciousness. And these mental fluctuations, he calls them as kleshas, difficulties, tendencies that are causing difficulties and disturbance in the pure consciousness. And these five kleshas, he defines them as ignorance, ego, attachment, aversion, and fear. And so, how to get rid of this fear? How can we purify ourselves of the habits and the emotions against the nobility of our own character? How can tendencies need be refined, and tendencies need to reach a perfection, a state of purity? For all this to happen in our process, inner process, for us to arrive at that state of pure consciousness, absolute balance, we have to take care of these tendencies, weaknesses, and remove them consciously with efforts. So, in the heartfulness method, we have the fear detox, and fear is stored at the water point, 3.5 fingers above your right nipple, approximately, is the water point. As long as we are on the earth plane, there is dualities, polarities exist. As long as we're in the heart region, the polarities exist. The polarity at this water point is fear and courage. But why is fear and anger in the higher points, stored in the higher points? Because it's given by nature herself. And when they are in their exact doses, they become, they support the evolution of our inner journey. When they cross the dose, they pull us down. They become detrimental for our evolution. That is why last week we understood about anger in the positive sense. It has the quality of the love and the power and the force of ascension towards higher regions. And fear also in excess, it makes us reckless. And in the exact dosage, you come to a state of humbleness, because in some sense it is not fear of God, it is love for God, but fear of disappointing that divine state. A bit of it is what gives us the ascension and motivation to move forward from this place of the water point. So that is where the fear is stored. And so when you want to get rid of unknown fears that we have, how do we know that we have fears? It is our reaction to these external situations that make us realize you are scared of a particular thing. I always use this example. Say you've been bitten by a dog in the past. That fear is stored at that water point. And when in the external world, when you're interacting, you come across a dog. It doesn't have to be the same dog, any dog. That tendency, that vritti just interacts with the external situation and it results in deep fear. And this fear we have in lot of relationships, and we have several heartbreaks. We are scared to be in a relationship to the extent that we are scared to love. Some people are scared to love other person because they have been hurt many times. So how to live a peaceful life with fear inside our hearts when we are unable to love? It has to go. Who can do that for you? We ourselves can do that for us, ourselves. It is we who are empowered with the power to change our thinking pattern and make our life a better one. We don't have the power to change other person's life, but we have the power within our hands to change our own thinking. Even the masters cannot change our thinking. That is why revered Daji always quotes about Arjuna and Duryodhana. Arjuna was willing, was in love with the Lord. So, in a moment's time of giving him the Vishwarupa Darshana, the Virat Roop, his real vision in the battlefield in few minutes, Lord Krishna was able to transform Arjuna because Arjuna's mind was willing, whereas Duryodhana's, the villain's mind was not willing. And so the Lord could not change him but destroy him. So we have to be willing to let go of our kleshas and the vrittis and the tendencies, the difficulties, the patterns, and work upon ourselves. And so when the transmission flows into us, it supports our thought pattern. So we have to make efforts to change this thought pattern. So for fear detox, let us learn the actual technique of how to practice this technique and help ourselves. And of course, I always reiterate this fact: any technique for us to work, you have to connect to the heart of the living guide, the cosmic heart of the living guide. You have to turn the switch on to get your light. And without this connection, the techniques, no techniques really work. And the guide you are connected to should have that much power, should really have a connection to the source. Not every guide is capable of this ultimate transmission that flows from the source, because nature is very particular. Where there is a need for just one, they won't create 10. So there is always one great personality on the earth plane that supports all the beings that are sincere. So that is why in our techniques we make the intention. If your heart has experienced the living guide that you are connected to is the perfect one, you connect to that person. If not, the best way to make the technique happen and observe for yourself is you make the sankalpa, the intention, thought backed by will with a very prayerful attitude. Some sankalpa or intention can manifest only when we come to that state of humbleness, because that state of humbleness creates a state of vacuity, and we come to that state of prayer which draws the connection, which draws the vibration from the field of the living guides superconscious field. And then the technique works, and then we can get rid of all the difficulties, the ignorance, the ego, the attachment, the aversion also, and the fear also can get rid of. Get it will bid farewell in our field, and you will be surprised at how courageous you are. You may be in situations, and the thing is that sometimes we are not even scared of our own guides, because now you see them with the vibration of love, and the fear is not there. With child, when you make a mistake, you are scared of the mother. Otherwise, you love your mother. When you don't make a mistake, you're not scared to look at your mother's eyes. You just go hug. That is the state of being of a true devotee if they can master this field of the water point. So let us see how to practice this fear detox technique. So when we practice the fear detox technique, we know the first step is to connect our heart to the cosmic heart of the perfect guide on the planet Earth, who is connected to the ultimate source. And you make the sankalpa, you come to a prayerful, humble state, and make the thought that the current, the divine current, the guide himself is connected to the source, and you are connected to the guide. And through him, you are connected to the source. So you're making the humble sankalpa very prayerfully that the divine current is flowing from my guide's heart into my heart. And from here, now your heart is empowered with this divine current. Now you're coming into your heart's place and making the next sankalpa of allowing this light from your heart, and it is flowing to the top of your head, 6 inches above your physical body, 6 inches above your head from your physical body in the external space. You are making a sankalpa that I am creating an energy field, and this field is being supported by the power of my heart, the power of my soul, the light from my soul, with my soul that is connected to my guru, my the living guide who is connected to the ultimate source. This light from my heart is flowing into the top of my head, 6 inches above my head, supporting the field. That is the next intention you make. And the third intention you make is, and this field is in turn being supported by the source above. So at this point, some of us may wonder, why can't I directly connect to the source? Why am I creating a field above my head? For that, in one of the sessions, I did explain. There is a story from the Indian mythology where the earth was full of drought, there was no water, and they all pray to one sage to bring the water from the cosmic onto the earth plane. And the sage tries to bring this water current known as Ganga, which is a purified water. But the power of that water was so powerful. If it falls directly on the earth will be shattered. So he had to go to Lord Shiva and pray to him. So what Lord Shiva does was he brings that current onto his head, into his hair, and he gives one part of his hair to the sage, and the sage brings that water current to the earth. Why did our tradition create state this story? It is the same thing with the divine vibration. If it directly enters into our head, we will be shattered. We cannot withstand it. That is why we have to connect our heart to the cosmic heart of the guide, which is connected to the source. And then that light is going above our head. And that in turn, indirectly, is connected to the source. And the source power is entering into the field above, it is not entering into your head. And from this field, a part of that light you are drawing into your body and allowing it to flow into your, you begin with the left side because the heart is on the left side. The technique, you always start any technique on the left side of your heart and allow the current to flow into your brain, your entire head. The beam is descending as a three-dimensional way. So that's what you need to visualize in this technique. In a three-dimensional way, the beam is entering into the entire left side of your head. And in this beam, every cell, every nerve, every fiber, every blood drop is soaking in this current descending from this field above your head. And it's clearing all the impurities, it's clearing all the obstructions, and it's, as it's flowing through the brain, the left brain, it's rejuvenating the brain as every cell is being purified. These are the sankalpas you make. And then what happens? We become better instruments. We are not even utilizing the potency of our brain that is available to us. With this technique, the potency of the brain increases. And imagine the best version of ourselves actually manifesting. So this is a very important technique, and I like everybody to really focus when we actually do the guided. So allow this current to flow through every cell, through your face, flowing into your neck and flowing in the back, and let it in the back, let it gently flow through the entire back. And as it's flowing through the entire back, it's also flowing through your spine, and allow it to very gently flow through the spine all the way to the bottom of your spine, where the root chakra, the Mooladhara chakra, the base, the earth based chakra is there, and it is flowing all the way to in the back. And in the front, you allow this current to come onto your shoulders and allow it to flow through the fire point, the left side, and allow it to penetrate as it's flowing through the fire point. Let this current, the beam, penetrate into every cell, every nerve, every fiber, every blood drop, to the extent of the nucleus of the cell is being penetrated into and bringing transformation. This we have to remember. And when you are actually doing, when we are doing the guided, we are actually telling you, but the intention should be the light is flowing through. And in our hearts, in our deepest heart, we should know that it is flowing through the depths of the cellular system, cleansing every impurity, releasing emotions, fears, everything. And then allow it to go through left, bottom left side of your lower chest, flowing through the first point. And then allow the current to flow back up into the shoulder and flowing through your left hand and releasing through the tips of your fingers. The current is flowing, and as it's flowing, it's releasing everything in the path. It's cleansing. It's like a river flowing, and it's cleansing through the entire path, and all the obstructions are being removed. So when the water is flowing, you support the water by with your broom, and you brush off unnecessary things, and the water current is taking it out. So also our sankalpa, that it is removing the emotions and pain and whatnot, is just we aiding the water force. And then you come back into the heart again, keep the connection and allow the current again to flow from the top of your head and on the left side, flowing through the brain and your face, your chest. This time it's flowing all the way through your stomach and flowing through the left leg and leaving the field through the tips of your toes. It flows through the entire system, and it's cleansing the lower chakras, and in the back it's gently cleansing the chakras in the spine. Every speck is being cleansed, every nerve is being cleansed, because all the chakras are interconnected and the nerves are interconnected, the entire system is interconnected. So when this beam is flowing, it has no distinction, it cleanses everything. And the next step, again you come back into the heart, keeping your connection with the guide. You draw the current from the field above your head, and this time you allow it to flow through your right brain, going through your right face and neck and right shoulder. In the back, it all the way goes up to the earth point, the Muladhara chakra. And in the front of your chest, now it's entering into the water point where we are storing fear. So here you make conscious intention that whatever impression that has created this fear inside you, whether the fear of losing a dear one, whether the fear of your child not being married, whether the fear of losing the money, losing the job, losing relationships. We have so many fears that we have collected by living life, not only life, lifetimes. Some are deep rooted. Just whatever is coming to your surface, just make that intention, because in our life patterns we know what our fears are, because we react to things the same way, to certain situations. And when we observe ourselves, we know exactly where the fear is. So consciously make the intention that this beam of current that's flowing through the water point is going deep into the pain body and the emotion body, where impressions are cluttered as a knot, a body of water, it's cluttered there. So allow it to release, and simply make the intention, I have no attachment to this fear. It is, that is why a lot of times the guide cannot remove it. It's when he removes it, we are so attached to that negative thing, we collect it back. So consciously make the intention, I have no attachment to this fear, this vibration, I have no attachment. And allow it to flow through the second point, which is the Atma chakra on the right side, and let it flow back into the shoulder and leave the field from the right hand. And the next step again, connect back and let the current flow all the way to the tip of your toes and leaving the field and cleansing everything in the system. And here there is one more step. In the previous sessions, we talked about Chit Lake, which is between points 7 and 8 in the forehead, where all these thought patterns are flowing, or karma is floating. And in the Heartfulness method, the main help that the Guru does is with his power, power of transmission, power of the will. He diverts that current towards the soul point. So we actually start to think about the soul, think about divinity itself. And then a part of that current is flowing outward. And a lot of times when the karma is so much that we can't even stop thinking, the thoughts are like floating so much, it almost becomes like hell. In medical terminology, some people get depressed so much that they can't stop their thoughts. They have to take medicine to stop thinking, you know. So that chit lake is connected to the tip of the right toe. So in the Heartfulness method, at the end of this technique, you simply focus on the tip of your right big toe and make the intention, this thought currents, this, they are leaving my field, so my mind is becoming lighter and lighter. So the entire system gets crystal clear and pure. So this is how it looks when the beam comes. We try to do our best, but it enters through the shoulder. But the light is flowing. The light has no limitation of, it will only go through a certain path. It's going through the entire system. But just to give you the best visual, this is a very short video that we can all look at. See how the current is leaving from the fingertips. It will just take a minute. And after this, we will actually have a guided relaxation and guided fear detox cleansing technique. And it is a good idea to practice this at least once a week, because it thoroughly cleans the system. A lot of times, when I'm unable to sleep or something, I mean, even in the middle of the night, I wake up and I practice this, and it is amazing how the condition is restored. So it is not only that we are removing fear, we are removing every obstruction from our consciousness. All the vrittis are, all the kleshas, the difficulties are being released through this technique to bring us to that state of purity, which can help expansion of our consciousness, where we truly connect to the superconscious field of the guide and thereby merge, truly merge in meditation with the consciousness of the living guide. So, this is how this technique is done. As soon as this video is finished, we will start with the relaxation going into the meditation. So, let us all begin the fear detox cleansing technique. I hope it gave some clarification for all of us. Let us now meditate. Close your eyes softly. Take a deep breath and let go. Feel grounded to the earth. Feel the healing energy from Mother Earth enter into your being. And begin with relaxing your toes, feet, ankles, and your legs. Be aware of your legs. Relax your legs. Take another deep breath and let go. Feel the energy flow into your knees, into your thighs, into your hips. Feel firmly grounded in the seat. Feel the free flow of energy flowing there, relaxing you. Take another deep breath and let go. Feel the energy flow into your lower back and into your upper back. Relax your entire back. Keeping your spine erect. Bring your awareness to your stomach muscles. Feel the energy flow there. Take a deep breath and let go gently. Feel the energy flow into your chest. Relax your chest. Bring your awareness to your fingers. Feeling the energy relax your fingers, palm, wrists, lower arms, elbows, and upper arms. Feel the free flow of energy flowing in your hands, relaxing your hands. Take another deep breath and let go gently. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Feel the stress melting away. Relax your shoulders, neck, jaws, facial muscles. Deeply relax your eyes, eyebrows, temples, and forehead. Feel your brain is resting. Your mind is calm. Your body is completely relaxed. Bring your awareness to your heart. Feel your heart. Enter your sacred space. Bring yourself to a state of humbleness in prayer. From this place, make the intention. My heart is connected to the cosmic heart of the perfect guide on the planet Earth. who is connected to the ultimate source. The divine current is flowing from my living Guru's heart into my heart. The light from this, my soul, is flowing as a beam to the top of my head, 6 inches above my head. There is a field, and the light from my heart is supporting this field. See it, feel it, the light flowing from your heart to the top of your head, to the field we have created. And this field in turn is connected to the source above. From this field, make the intention that the divine current is flowing into the left side of my head as a beam in a three-dimensional way. It's entering into my being and it's flowing through the entire left side of my face, my brain, and my entire left brain is soaking in this divine current. And this divine current is penetrating through every cell, every nerve, every fiber, and every blood drop. It's flowing into the nucleus of the cell and it's releasing all the impurities, complexities, darkness, heaviness. All the obstructions are being released. And the entire left side of my brain is rejuvenated and its potency is increasing as all the impurities are released. Allow the current to flow through the front of your face, the back of your head, flowing through your jaw, the left jaw, flowing into your neck, and consciously be aware the current is cleansing the chakras in the neck, bringing transformation in you. And let it flow into the shoulder. And as the current is descending into the back of your shoulder, let it gently flow through the entire spinal column. And it's flowing all the way till the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra. In the front, from the shoulders, let the current flow into the upper left side of your chest. 3.5 fingers above your left nipple is the fire point, where you're storing a lot of emotion and pain and anger. Let this divine beam flow through the fire point, flowing deep into the point. It's flowing into every cell, every nerve, every fiber, every blood drop, releasing all the impurities, complexities, darkness, and heaviness. And as it is going deeper into the point, the entire chakra is being cleansed. All the elements are coming to their natural state. And the current is penetrating even deeper into your pain body and emotion body, where you are storing memories, hurts, depression. Let it flow deep into that area, releasing all the impurities. Just say, I forgive, I forget. Let go of the pain. Allow the beam to flow into the lower left side of your chest, flowing through the first point, the earth point, 3.5 fingers below your left nipple. It's flowing through all the subpoints, releasing all the lower tendencies. The beam is flowing into every cell, every nerve, every fiber, every blood drop, penetrating through the nucleus of the cell, releasing all the impurities. And allow the current to flow back up, diverting its flow towards the fire point again, 3.5 fingers above your left nipple. It's penetrating even deeper, releasing pain. And as it's flowing into the shoulder, flowing through the underarm, feel judgment is leaving. The weakness of your opinions is leaving. And let it flow into your left shoulder and descending into your left arm, flowing through the upper arm, left elbow, lower arm, and leaving the field from your palm through your fingers and your fingertips. And you can actually feel the vibration at the tips of your fingers as it's leaving. Your entire upper left side of your chest is becoming lighter and lighter. Take a deep breath and let go gently. Come back into your heart, keeping the connection with the guide's heart intact. Feel the divine current flowing from his heart into your heart. And this light in turn is flowing from your heart to the top of the head, supporting the field above your head, which in turn is connected to the source above. One more time, draw the current, the divine current from this field. Allow it to flow into the left side of your head. In a three-dimensional way, the beam is entering into your being, flowing through your entire left side of your brain, flowing through every cell, every nerve, every fiber and blood drop, flowing into the nucleus of the cell, releasing all the impurities, complexities, darkness, heaviness, obstructions. As the brain is soaking in this current, it's rejuvenating, restoring its potency. Let the current flow through the back of your head and the front of your face, flowing through your jaw, flowing into your neck, clearing the chakras in your neck, flowing into your shoulder, and let it flow all the way in the back to the root chakra, very gently flowing through the entire spinal cord, clearing all the chakras very gently, no movement. And let the current from your shoulders flow into the upper left side of your chest, flowing into the fire point, going even deeper this time. Let go of emotion. Let go of the memory of the pain and the anger. Just tell yourself, I have no attachment to this pain. I forget this memory and submit it to the divine current. I'm forgetting this pain and submitting it to the divine current. And let the current gently flow into the lower left side of your chest, clearing the earth point, flowing into your abdomen, and it's flowing all the way till the root chakra. Feel any sick cells are just dissolving in this current, and new cells are being born, rejuvenated, filled with divine love. Let it flow through the entire hip, all the way till the root chakra, and allow it to flow into the left thigh, into the left knee, flowing into your left leg, into the left ankle, into your feet, and the current is leaving the field from the tips of all your toes. And as you focus, you can feel the vibration leaving. Your entire left side of your body is crystal clear, pure and simple, glowing in brightness. Take another deep breath and let go gently. Come back into your heart, keeping the connection with the guide's heart intact. The current is flowing from his heart into your heart, and the light from your heart is supporting the field above your head, which in turn is connected to the source above. Gently draw this current from the top of your head into the right side of your head, the entire beam flowing into the right side of your head. Let the entire right brain soak in this current. Let it completely soak. All the impurities are leaving, complexities, darkness, and heaviness is leaving. Obstructions are leaving. Unnecessary memories are melting away, and the current is rejuvenating the entire right side of your brain. Allow the current to flow into the face, the back of your head, flowing into your jaw, entering into your neck. As it is flowing through the entire neck, it's clearing the chakras in the neck. Let the current flow onto your shoulder, and in the back, let it gently flow all the way till the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra. Very gentle flow, like there is no movement. It is just there. And just by its presence, everything is melting in its presence. Allow the current from the right shoulder to flow into the upper right side of your chest, 3.5 fingers above your right nipple. Is the water point where we are storing a lot of fear, fear of losing a dear one, fear of death, any fear. Let this current soak the entire water point as it is going deep and deep into this point. It's entering the pain body, the emotion body. Just simply let go of this pain. Just say, I am not attached to this. I bow down in front of the divine current and let go of this pain. Let go of this fear. Allow the current to flow into every cell, every nerve, every fiber, every blood drop, deep into the point. Every element of this chakra is coming to a natural state of balance. And let it gently release. And let the current flow into the lower right side of your chest, into the soul point, releasing all the darkness and heaviness as it's penetrating into the nucleus of the cell. Everything is coming to a natural state of balance. Allow the current to flow back up again, divert its flow towards the water point, flowing back up to the water point, penetrating even deeper. Just say, I have no attachment to this fear. I have no attachment to the pain that this fear is creating. Let go. Let go of judgment. Let it flow into the upper shoulder, the right side. And then gradually it's descending into the upper right arm, into the elbow, lower arm, into the palm, and leaving the field through your fingers and the fingertips. As you focus on the fingertips, you can feel the vibration. Take a deep breath and let go gently. Your entire upper right side is clearer and clearer. Coming back into your heart. Keeping the connection with the guide's cosmic heart intact. Feel the divine current is flowing into your heart. And this beam is in turn flowing to the top of your head, to the field above your head, supporting it, charging it, which in turn is connected to the source above. Now draw the current from this field and let it flow into the right side of your head as a beam. And let your entire right side of your brain completely soak in this current. And it's penetrating through every cell, every nerve, every fiber, every blood drop to the nucleus of the cell, releasing all the impurities. As this is happening, the entire right brain is being rejuvenated and its potency is increasing. Let it flow through your face, the back of your head, into the jaw, flowing into your neck. It's very gently, without any movement, flowing all the way till the root chakra. And in the front again, it's flowing into the water point on the upper right side, 3.5 fingers above. It's even going deep. Any impression of fear that's there, it's coming to a state of balance. Only what is needed is remaining. Let it penetrate into the pain and the emotion. Let go. Let it penetrate into the nucleus of every cell. Everything is coming to a balance. Allow the current to flow into the lower right side, the soul point, and everything is being cleared. And as it's entering into your abdomen, feel all the sick cells are melting away and new cells are being born, healthy, rejuvenated. Allow it to flow into the lower right side of your abdomen. As it's flowing through the lower chakras, all the way till the Muladhara chakra. Very gently, they're all coming to a state of balance and harmony. Allow the current to flow into the right thigh, right knee, flowing into your right leg, through the ankle, into your feet, and the current is leaving through the tips of your right toes, all the toes, 5 toes. And if you observe, you feel the vibration at the tips of all the toes. Take a deep breath and let go gently. Your entire right side of your being, your entire body is glowing in brightness. Focus your attention on the tip of the big toe on the right foot with the sankalpa that the chit lake, the mind lake is getting emptied. And your mind is becoming lighter and lighter. Come back into your heart. Cleaning is complete. Your entire system is glowing in brightness. Let the gratitude of our heart flow into the guide's heart. As you rest in this light, make the sankalpa. All my senses are in a state of balance. They have arrived at their original character. All my feelings are in silence. All the chakras in my system are in a state of balance. They are in harmony with each other. Every cell in my being is filled with love and gratitude. Every cell in my being is absorbing the silence. Feel the calmness spread throughout your being. You may open your eyes when you are ready. Thank you all for joining this session today. It's difficult to come out of this state of peace after this session. Try and practice it once a week at least. And next week, we will take up another technique to help ourselves. So, thank you all for joining us today. Very grateful.